Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Bringing it out. It's Cook. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. First down here for this offense. Ball handed off. Good enough for first down yardage.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And here's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play. That's an important first down on that running play.
And now that is a running back's dream. I don't think the guy got touched until he got taken to the ground. Just excellent blocking. There was nobody he had to make miss or use his stiff arm. Just a lot of open field.
Second down after that previous play. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Airing this one out toward the sideline. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Aggressive start. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Short return tackle made at the 27. A crucial takeaway.
Well, that is a tough way to start this game for this offense, throwing an interception on their first drive. Big thing now is you go to the sideline, you talk to the offensive coordinator, make a couple adjustments, and come back and play with confidence next time you get the ball.
He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. To throw, it's Herrera. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but a little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Looking for his big tight end. The pass is intercepted. Oh, what a move. Goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. Touchdown, Louisiana. Wow, what a play. A defensive score. And the interception
Go from a
into the house.
guaranteed touchdown to pick six.
Play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. When he's got some space here. They get him down, but he found a good lane in that return. And so the drive starts with pretty decent field position. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. Catch made on the out route. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The key on a third down between a quarterback and a wide receiver is the timing. That quarterback knows that he's got to get the ball out quickly and on time to give his receiver a chance to not just make the catch and stay in bounds, but to be able to give him a chance to maybe get upfield and make a play.
They'll run it here. Breaks loose at the 45. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Looking downfield, it's Herrera, and he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to 29.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
So it's third and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands. But the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Quick throw to his receiver. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down at the 27-yard line.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. The quarterback's got it on the option. Oh, the ball comes loose. Recovery by the defense, headed the other way.
Man, Chris, we can hear the contact from that hit all the way up here in the booth. So, hey, it's easy to blame the ball carrier, but I don't know if anybody could have been able to hold on to the ball after that hit.
And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. But the play loses yardage. Very tough 2nd down coming up now.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All you could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes the catch downfield. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a 1st down.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
1st down. Looking to throw the football. Dumps it down to the back. Caught. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the 1st down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the 1st down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
The shotgun running play call. Finding space at the 20. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
And they'll go right back to him on 1st down.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their 1st-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Benson. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage yet. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns. They're setting out to try the PAT. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Looking to pass. It's Herrera. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And he'll set up to throw. Looking for a deep completion. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his first down on that third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Big throw caught on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Receiver makes the catch. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32. Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll run it from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Important second down play coming up. Makes a quick grab. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Finds an open target on the left side. Defense stops him short of the markers, and now it's 4th down. And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. Kick is up and no good. After the miss, still down by 7.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
brings the Louisiana offense back on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking right down the field for a touchdown. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Benson. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. They've got him, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it about the 27.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Here comes a handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He's running out of time here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
After the 2nd down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on 3rd down and 8. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And that is no good. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. The gain moves the ball to the 34. Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw. It's Herrera. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
You call a quick out on 3rd down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that 1st down.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's an out route, the catch made, and the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Dropping back, it's Herrera. He's looking deep here. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Receiver makes the grab. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a fourth down play now. So no hesitation by the coach. The offense is out there to go for it here. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And he finds his target. He has the first. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly. And they're doing so with such high stakes. Answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And they tack on the extra point. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And Louisiana's offense retakes the field now. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. And looking to throw now on first down. Finds his target. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Herrera. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Touchdown, Arizona. Still no answer for this offensive machine. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. They're very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
You know, when we were out at practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route-running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
PAT puts them in front by 7. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looks like he's going to run it. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Going for a big play downfield. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Breaking free at the 35. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. We'll talk strategy here.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. 1st down now. Back to pass. It's Herrera. Lets it go quickly. And it's intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Out past the 30. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Well, his quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's looking to scramble. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Slides down to avoid the tackle. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So on 1st down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the 1st half. The Miners going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Raging Cajuns will kick it off to begin the 2nd half. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff. Well, they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Here's the second down play. To throw, it's Herrera. Looks left and finds his target there. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
First down and 10. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. That's a design quarterback keeper. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Tough spot. The offense has to convert a third and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more third down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Locates the tight end. It's complete. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Scanning the field, it's Herrera. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Trying to create here on the move. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
A lot of times college quarterbacks, they're more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Arizona now operating in the red zone. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looks to the left, pass caught. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Dropping back, it's Pereira. Pressure is coming. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but you're so far behind the chains that you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cook. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. The last possession, they settled for 3. Let's see if they can reach the end zone this time. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Close to the tight end. It's a bullet, but incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Man, that's got to be deflating for this defense. They had this offense right where they wanted, and then they come up with a 4th down conversion with that pass.
The Ragin' Cajuns churn out another first down. Handoff to the right side. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And looking for a big play here. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Boy, that was beautiful. Man, this defensive back, he's putting on a clinic today on how to defend against the deep ball and man coverage without committing a penalty. I'm sure the secondary coach is very proud of that execution.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Looking for the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this 3rd quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own with the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
The long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential four-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
And the defense brings him down.
Chris, that's positive yards on first and goal, which is obviously good. But now we're at this point in the game, a critical series. They've got to find a way to get the ball in the end zone.
And off inside, looking for the touchdown. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
And they cut into this lead now on third and goal. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Touchdown, Louisiana. Still no answer from this offense. Now the all-important extra point. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Catch made on the out route. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
It's almost like they don't have another receiver to throw the ball to. This guy's been making all kinds of plays today, and this time decides to show off some fancy footwork and somehow stays in bounds.
They're going to run it here. Looks like Arizona will have the first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. Dropping back, it's Herrera. He's going for a big play downfield. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
PAT is up and good. The lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And they stop it at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And Louisiana's offense retakes the field now. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. He's high off the ball.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Can he get there on the ground? That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. The Raging Cajuns hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. A running play called on fourth down. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
That's just mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line does their job, gets a nice surge there, and the back does what he needs to do to pick up the first down.
The Raging Cajuns getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. Makes a quick catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. You have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Second down after that short completion. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so maybe they'll have to run a couple plays here. Finding space at the 20. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Arizona has now moved into the red zone. Handoff as they try to work the clock here.
Just keep churning these yards now. Playing with a lead here late in the football game. At the very least, you're thinking about making this a 2-possession game with a field goal. But keep eating that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. He'll hand it off. Stopped right there at the line, no gain. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And he knocks it right through the uprights. And they add to their lead. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. Looking to scramble now. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on second down. Bringing pressure. Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. A lot of contact. Defender flagged for being a little too aggressive. The offense gets a 15-yard penalty. Nice play to start the drive. They're near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out.
Was that the guy that actually hit you?
They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Catch is made down the middle. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. The Raging Cajuns come to the line.
Who did they call pass interference off?
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And here comes a deep shot.
Oh, my God.
Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the stats a little bit. It won't make a difference in the outcome. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
Chris, they did what they had to do with this touchdown here. Now with under a minute to go, you got to get that onside kick to give yourself a real shot.
I missed one, too.
PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football.
Good game.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee here. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the